Mark from Mark's Butcher Shop, Newcastle, and today we're going to show you something different. Not deer, but we're going to show you turkey. I'm talking about turkey for Thanksgiving. Now, turkey takes about 6 to 8 hours to cook a whole turkey stuff. You know, it's a long wait. You have to get up early and start it. You can save 5 hours by doing it this way. It might be a good consideration. Not for everybody, but if you want to save time, I did it in the restaurant business. It works for catering, and it's a quick way to go, and it tastes just the same. So we start by taking off the wings. Just find the joint and roll it around. Try to keep the meat on the breast. Take off that drumette there. That goes in the roasting pan, and the other two pieces go into the pot where you're going to make your gravy, your stock. You can put your oven at 350. You get close to getting ready to put it in. Good. All right. So next thing you do after the wings are off, I'm actually going to do the giblets. You take them out. I like them right in the gravy, so I just put them in there. I look at it, see what I have, because sometimes you get 2 hearts, 3 hearts, no liver, 1 gizzard. It's amazing. Always something different. Okay. Now we take the legs off. Okay. Anyway, we take the back leg off. The back drumstick goes in the pan. One drumstick, and we bone out the thigh. So when we cut it down, there's no bone in there, and the bone will help with the stock as well. Sometimes this is a small turkey. I like doing the bigger turkeys. When I was in the restaurant business, I did 32-pound turkeys. They're a lot bigger, a lot more meat on them. So the thigh's boneless now. Let's put the skin up. So I didn't know like that. And the leg. I like to pull the skin up so you get more skin brown. If you pull it up like that, you have more skin to get browns. You don't have to run the knife deep because it's not very big, so it's just the tip of the knife is all you need to use. You can use a really small knife on this. It doesn't have to be a big knife. As long as it's sharp, it helps. Okay. And start back here. There's a nice muscle on the top of the back right there. Take that with the breast and just run the knife down the breastbone from front to back, and just pull the meat away as you go, and down the backbone, all the way down the front of the breastbone. And if that side's done, and flip it over to this side. Same thing. Get that muscle. Back there. Okay. Once you get down here, if you want to go through all the way, you can. It really doesn't matter. I always cut them in half anyway. So take that breast out of there and put it in the stock pot. You can break it apart pretty easily. Like a bone there. Just stick it in the stock pot. It's all great stock. All right. This breast, I always split in half. You could probably leave it whole if you wanted to roll it up to do that, but that's going to take away from your cooking time. It's going to make it longer, so cut it in half is the ideal thing to do. I don't like this neck meat on there, so I take that out. It's usually dark. And cut the breast in half, skin side up. Put that in the pan. I put the thighs and the breasts on the outside of the pan, and the smaller stuff on the inside, because it always cooks from the outside in, and they cook quicker, so this way it gives it more even cooking time. They're all done about the same time. Alright, that's it. And you put that salt and pepper on there in the oven for about, that last night, the hour 15 minutes. And it was done. 160 inside, 165. That's what I did last night. Same thing I just did for you. And that's what how it came out. So this gel would go in here to stock pot. You pull the breast down. You can use a meat slicer, or you can slice it by hand, as thick as you like, as thin as you like. No bone. Just like that. If you're catering, you can put that in a pan, lay it out, put some gravy over it. It's good. The thigh, same thing. you know, a lot of people like the whole bird. They want to stuff the bird. You can stuff that cavity. That cavity I throw in there, you can leave it whole and stuff some stuffing in there and wrap it in foil. Put it in the oven or don't wrap it, and you'll get some stuffing baked in inside your turkey as well. But if you make good gravy or good stuff and good stuffing and put them together, you got it right. Oh, this John Clary, this John Clary was helping me get around because I have a little bit of a leg issue. So rather than me walking, I'm gliding, and it's so much easier on me. As long as I have room to work. You need a little bit of room to work. But this thing is goes backwards, forward, got a lot of power in it, got 10 hours of travel time. It takes a little to get used to, but once you get used to it, pretty good thing.
And where can you
We're
buy
selling
it?
right here. You want to buy it? We can buy it. We're selling right here. I got a friend that sells them. gyroglider.com. Check out the colors. Check out the different options. Give me a call. 229-0897. I'll do your turkey for you if you want. Bring it down. I'll be glad to do it. All right? Hope you learned something.
This is Mark's Butcher Shop.
Mark's Butcher Shop, New Castle Delaware. Next time.
Perfect. All right.
Well, anyway, I want to say something while I was just thinking about it. We sell Mark's Butcher Shop t-shirts, sweatshirts, short sleeve, long sleeve, pink, all different colors. We do a lot for the homeless. I cooked a lot of turkeys for the homeless this year that we paid for. So a lot of the money goes towards that, and it'd be good to help out. It's always good to help out. With my son Hunter, got a help this year. My other son Logan, they've been a great help this year. You know, it's all good. It's nice working together. Come on, guys, say hello.
There's the team right there.
That's my guy, man. That's my team this year. It's been great.
This is
Mark's for 20-some years, and these guys are the team this year.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Excellent.
Best team ever. All right.
Thanks
a
for
guys. This is Mark's Butcher Shop.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Hi, this episode of Urban Hunter TV Delaware is brought to you by Mark's Butcher Shop.
It's hunting season here in Delaware. Let's go down to Newcastle off Grantham Lane to visit Mark's Butcher Shop, where he processes hundreds of deer every year for the Delaware community. Mark's Butcher Shop. You gut them, he cuts them.
Right now in Delaware, it is shotgun season. And that's important for several reasons. One reason is you can go into the woods with a gun if you have a hunting license and take out a deer in Delaware. Okay, the other thing is there's a lot of movement in the deer world. The does are in heat and the bucks are chasing the does. So this is a big time in Delaware where you can actually go in the woods and the good chance of getting a deer is very high. Generally, when people come to the deer shop here, if they haven't been here before, I kind of show them, I give them an idea what to expect here. So this is what happens. A deer comes in, okay? What we do is we weigh it on a scale. We get the weight, okay? Then we take it into the skinning room and we skin the deer, okay? We skin the deer and we get that deer, we skin it and we break it down and we put it into a meat lug with the label of the deer. So every meat lug is done separately. Every deer is separate, every deer is labeled with their name and their phone number, okay? And how they want it done. Now, when we get a load of skinned deer in meat lugs, that's when we process a deer. We process deer one deer at a time. We bone the whole deer out. Boneless. We break it down, bone the deer out. Now, with a regular cut, with normal deer, we do roast out of the front shoulders. The roasts are boned out, seasoned and netted, and they come from the front shoulders. With all the trimmings, we add seasoning to the trimming, and we grind it up and we put the trimming in pound and a half packs, okay? Now, with each deer is generally, you get a package bag like this. A regular cut, you get roast out of the front shoulders, you get your back straps, inner and outer loins whole, back wrapped in a package so you know you get them. The trimmings, we add seasoning, and that is wrapped in like pound and a half packs, and then the leg muscles are cut for steaks. Now, you generally get a box of meat back like that. We do offer a vacuum pack. It's like $10 to $15 more to get your deer vacuum packed. Now, on large deer, in every deer, there's 3 nice muscles in each leg. The larger the deer, the tougher and the gamier the muscles can be. So on large deer, what we usually recommend is we can clean the muscles up like this, and instead of cutting steaks like this, we can wrap those leg muscles up separately. We put them in the freezer and we freeze them. Then we bring them out, we temper them, and we slice them thin for chip steak. Excellent chip steak, plus you can also make stir fry and other products like that. So when you choose the chip steak option, it's $20 more, it's extra work, but you get packages back like this, where you can make chip steak pound and a half packs in it, instead of getting steaks, regular steaks wrapped like that. So that's a great way to do leg muscles on a large deer. Gourmet eating. Now, we also offer some smoked options. If you want some bologna, jerky, franks, we have venison products made from deer meat. Now, generally, you trade some of your meat for this. We do not sell it. You trade some of your meat for some of the smoked products. Okay, so you let us know what you want ahead of time. You don't get your meat back with the smoked products. It's a trade, okay? And you pay extra for the processing, all right? Now, big deer with antlers, the male deer. The bigger the deer, usually the bigger the rack. The older the deer, the bigger the rack. So a lot of times, a fellow wants to keep his rack. Now, we can do a Texas mount here where the head is skinned, boiled, and processed. Takes about 2 weeks. We can give a person back a Texas mount, usually $90 to get your deer back like that. Or if a fellow's going to take his head to a taxidermist, what we do is we cape the deer out. It's about 20 bucks to get a deer caped out, and he gets his deer back like this, and he takes it to the taxidermist as soon as he can. The taxidermist likes the deer fresh, so you want to pick up the cape as soon as you can and take it to the taxidermist for processing. Usually a taxidermist to get your head mounted is about 500 bucks roughly on the average. It takes about 6 months. Well, when the deer comes in, a lot of people ask, what do we do with the hides? Okay, well, we don't throw them out. The hides are useful. They are good for leather and other products. What we do with the hides is we save all the hides. These are hides that need to be salted. We do in the back there, you see hides are salted and stacked. And throughout the season, we salt the hides and stack them. At the end of the season, we sell them to a distributor who comes in with a big truck, and he pays us percentage. He pays us a small amount, not a lot. He takes the hides and they take them to either a tanning place or somewhere where they make leather out of them. Okay, so they do have some value. Okay, but it is work to stack and salt the hides. It has to be done properly. One of the great things about bringing your deer here is you get your deer back. You're bringing your deer, we do every deer separate. Okay, all these deer are all labeled separately. Every deer has a label.
Right now, no.
Okay, this here is this person's deer. This will be in his box of meat when he picks up his deer. Okay, that's his deer, that's his license, that's his tag from the state. So he'll get his deer back. Everybody gets their deer back here at Mark's Butcher Shop. So if you're a hunter or you know a hunter and you need a deer process, you definitely want to give us a call at Mark's Butcher Shop. We're in Castle Delaware, 302-229-0897. We're open 5 months a year.